इब्तिदा है रब्बे जलील के बाबरकत नाम से जो हर लिहाज से लायक इबादत है, और दरूद बर मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद जो वजह तख्लीक़ कायनात बने। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद। आप सब लोग भी एक दफ़ा दूध पाक पढ़ लें ताकि अल्लाह ताला की रहमतों का नुज़ूल हो। Today my lecture is on CPD. So first we shall discuss what is the CPD. Secondly, purpose of CPD. Number 3, types of CPD. And number 4, benefits or advantages of CPD. Or number 5, CPD activities. So we shall discuss these 4-5 headings. First of all, I am going to discuss about CPD. If you are wondering to know about CPD, then times come to quench your thirst for CPD. What is CPD? CPD is an abbreviation of 3 words. Continuous professional development. If we look at these 3 words, first we shall check what is the meaning of these 3 words. Continuous. The first word is continuous. Can anybody tell what is the meaning of the continuous?
Anything that is in progress, in process.
With progressing progressively. That means which is lifelong. That means which has no end. So we have described the first word continuous, the process which is lifelong, and the process which has no end. The other word is professional. Can anybody tell about professional or profession?
A skilled person.
Any person which is skilled in any job, which is skilled in any profession, means there are different professions in the world. So any person which is related to any type of profession, his qualities, his working is under a professional. The other word, the third one is development. What is meant by development? Can anybody tell?
Improvement.
Improvement, enhancement. So if we consider the meaning of these 3 words, then we can define the CPD. So from the explanation of these 3 words, we can define what is CPD. We can say that CPD contains all the activities in which a person or any educator develop his qualities which he has earlier but not for so effective as after doing the process of CPD. So these are the activities due to which we can enhance, we can learn a lot more than our previous knowledge. So this is the one definition of the CPD, and this definition is according to the explanation of these 3 words. So I have told you the definition of the CPD. according to the meaning of the three words, which are an abbreviation of continuous professional development. In other words, we can say that CPD is a series of activities. CPD is a series of activities. That series contains different seminars, different refresher courses, different activities, and all the such type of activities which includes educators and the resource person, due to which a resource person gave a knowledge and all the educators accept those knowledge, all those activities, we can say that it is a CPD. In the European countries, when CPD start, then it is only for the higher education. But now up in Pakistan, it is up to the secondary level or educators also. CPD is actually, as I told you earlier, that it is a series of activities performed by the resource person with the help of the educator. So today education is totally different from early 50 years education. There is a need of a degree in the every age, but now only degree is not enough for the educators. There is something else others along with the degrees, so that we can cope with the new educational processes, new educational theories, and new educational advancement in any field of life, whether it is a medical or it is a teaching profession. Dylan William, educationist, says that every teacher needs improvement, not because he is not good enough in his subject, but because of that he can be better. So this is the reason behind the continuous professional development. In England today, I was reading that today in England, every teacher, government is spending about $3,000 on every teacher in the case of CPD. You can imagine the importance of CPD in the European countries, especially in the England. And now government of Pakistan is also paying full attention towards the CPD of the teachers. As you know, we are here is the example of the interest of the government in CPD. No purpose of CPD क्या है? This is the introduction about a CPD. No purpose of CPD क्या है? The only purpose of CPD, which I have given you a quotation of Dylan William, that every teacher needs improvement, not because that he is good enough, but because he can improve a better, he can become a better. This is the purpose of CPD in a short sentence. Now, types of CPD. There are two types of CPD. Number one, CPD is formal CPD. And the other type is informal CPD. Now we are going to discuss about these two types of CPD. Number one, formal CPD. Formal CPD is a type of CPD which is organized, which is structured by a source person with the help of the other educators. In this type of CPD, there is interaction from both sides, not only from single side. There is interaction from both sides, and such type of CPD is called formal CPD. So we can say that all those CPD which are organized, which are structured, and in which there is interaction between both resource person and the educator is called formal CPD. Example of this formal CPD is all we are here. I am giving a lecture on CPD and you are listening, you are educators, I am a resource person. We have an interaction with each other, both type of interaction. And this is also organized by the principal and other stakeholders of the school. Number 2 is the informal CPD. This type of CPD is not structured, is not organized. It is self-learning. You can get this type of CPD by himself. For example, you can learn a journal, you can listen a podcast, you can watch a webinar. So such type of CPD is called informal CPD. These are the 2 types of CPD. Now, which is the best CPD for the teacher? Can anybody tell? Formal CPD. All those activities which include formal CPD is the best type of teachers or educators. Now we are going to tell about the benefits or advantages of the CPD. As I have told you earlier, that CPD is most important for the teachers as well as for all the professionals. We can say in teaching also the cadets who got promotion will be asked to get the CPD. The DSG in the law is the best example of giving a CPD to all the. As all you know that CPD is necessary when any cadet got promotion. So that is why, that means CPD has many benefits, many advantages. It is not a waste of the time, but it helps you a lot in different fields. So first advantages of CPD is that you can improve your knowledge, improvement of the knowledge. Knowledge, you have got earlier knowledge, but a few years ago, 15 or 20 years ago, the world has changed. There is a new kind of knowledge, there are new types of things, but if you do not get CPD, you cannot cope with the new age. So, to cope with the new age, to get oriented with the new knowledge, you have to sit for the CPD. So not only this help you, but improvement of knowledge will also help your student, your pupil. Number 2, you have CPD, advantages of CPD, outcomes. Of students, और ये है better outcomes of the student. That does not mean that you have not ability to get better outcome of the student, but it means you can be more better by getting CPD. So if you are getting CPD continuously, as I have told you, that CPD is not a process which is limited, which is for few years, which is for specified times, but it is a continuous process, long life process, and less process. So you have to get CPD all through your whole life. So if you get a CPD, you can get better outcomes of the students. You can teach your students with the new techniques, with the new tools, with the new pedagogical ways, techniques, theories. Then ultimately, if you are doing so, then you can get your better outcome with your students. And this ultimately is a good for the reputation of any institution. Number 3, better results satisfaction. Ultimately, when you are doing your process with wholeheartedly and with honestly, then you are doing CPD in the every year, then you can get better result of your class. And if you get better result of your class, ultimately it will give you a satisfaction. A few days ago, we have given a warning letter to some teachers for the results. But something has to be done for the betterment of the schools or education or teaching process. So if you got better CPD, if you got continuous professional development throughout the year, almost in the vacation, summer vacation, then you can ultimately get a better result. And if you get a better result, you are feeling proud, then you will get your satisfaction. The fourth one is introduction with new advancement in the subject, particular subject, particular field where you can say particular field or particular subject. Introduction with new advancement in the particular subject. If you remain focused, if you remain stuck on the whole, if you remain stuck in the particular institution and do not wander to get knowledge, do not have attitude to get knowledge, then you cannot cope with the new age. So if you attend the seminar, if you attend different workshop, if you attend different refresher courses, then you will be ultimately introduced with a new advancement in that subject, in that field, in that particular task. So ultimately, one of the best advantage of CPD is also the new to know about the advancement in that subject or particular field. For example, every person in our discussion who knows we are discussing with each other, who says that I know that Europe is doing such things, Europe is doing education in educational field, such type of things. We ultimately see told that person that he is up to date. So CPD actually up to date us with a new knowledge and new world era about education. Whether you are educationist, then in education. Whether you are in a medical field, then in a medical field. So this is this type of CPD. As we are all the teachers, so mostly I am talking about the CPD for teachers. But you don't consider that CPD is only for teachers. CPD is for all type of professions. Or this is not applicable in the Pakistan, but Pakistan is doing now CPD. In the last decade or 2 decades, this work has to be done. This work is going on in the European countries like Australia, Italy, America, etc. वगैरह वगैरह. अब उसके बाद क्या आता है? Fifth one is to introduce introduction with new tools, schemes or pedagogical TECHNIQUE techniques. CPD not only introduce and enhance your knowledge, but it will introduce with the new tools, new schemes and new techniques. And by adopting these tools, these techniques, these schemes, we can make ourselves better than the past. So all this, if you are stuck if you do not want to get information, latest information, if you do not accept the CPD processes, then you cannot get this. This is only because you have attended the conferences, you have attended the seminar, you have attended the workshop, you have attended the refresher courses. So all these will help you to introduce with the new tools, scheme and techniques. And by adopting these techniques, all the factors which I have mentioned earlier, it will ultimately benefit you in such type of fields. Can anybody tell any other advantages or benefits of the CPD in your own words?
Innovative pedagogical methods.
Classroom management is a real problem in the school education. CPD not only help you in all the fields that I mentioned earlier, but it will also help you to manage your class. If you are poor in class management, believe me, there is no result. And if you are good manager, if you have managed your class in a very well way, if you have managed it properly by all kinds of activities, by all kinds of lesson planning, and by all kinds of psychological problem of the students, then you will be a very better teacher. And you will be a very better educator. So CPT will help you to find out how you are going to manage your class. This will find your fault in your class. If you have got CPT, this will help you that is your fault in the class management and you should mend it. This will ask you, CPT will ask you ultimately that not because CPT has no language, CPT has no, इसकी कोई ज़ुबान नहीं है, लेकिन जब आप CPT हासिल करेंगे तो आपको समझ आएगी कि मैं ये गलती कर रहा हूँ. So it is all about you, how your mind accepts CPT, and when you accept it wholeheartedly, then ultimately it will help you in managing your class. And if you have capabilities of managing your class, then wherever you go, you are a successor. Then you are a very better teacher. Your teaching process will be better than those who have not capability of managing your class in a proper way. And other CPD advantages. Can anybody tell?
Traditional method, interactive method will be a very जो है ना वो beneficial for the students and teachers. So CPD is more better for new methods of teaching. बजाय इसके कि आप traditional method use करें.
Yes, I have written point 5. Introduction with new tools, scheme, pedagogical techniques. As the principal is telling, this is the point 5, which I have explained to you. Sir has used the new word, but the meaning of those words, but the understanding of those words is only that I have written here, but he is explaining those words in his words. Any other person? What can be a seventh advantage? What can be a seventh benefit of CPD?
Class environment.
Development in the confidence of
Class environment we ask to study.
Class environment is included in the class management. Class management includes all type of things which are going to happen in the classroom. Another.
It improves reputation and foster team spirit.
Okay. improvement in your fame.
जी बिल्कुल.
Improvement in your fame.
Confidence and
A
reputation.
very dull person, a very dull teacher, anybody does not know about any dull person or dull educator. But educator which is well in his field, which is very equipped in his field, is known for everybody in the city. If you consider that, you can imagine that all those teachers in our circle in the Gujarat city, you are known by them or he is known by you. What because of? Because he is a well educated, he has equipped himself with the new CPD method, techniques, tools, and he has made his result a lot of better.
जी.
So you can say that advantages of CPD is, another advantage of CPD is to get your better fame, is to get a best teacher award, is to get a best personality in the city or in the education field.
Confidence.
And the most important thing which I have left so far is the confidence building.
जी. Confidence building.
Confidence building. If you get CPD, this will give you a confidence. And if you are not known by the ways, by the techniques, by the tools, then to feel hesitation in front of the student. And sometimes students mock the teacher for only that he has not sufficient knowledge, he has not sufficient tools to manage the classroom. He is unable to understand the psyche of the student. He is unable to understand the psychological problems of the student. So that is why he remains fail in some cases. I am not giving an example to any person, but in the teaching education, there are also some persons who are such kind of persons. That have you told earlier, Mr. Principal. Can any person tell me any more advantage of CPD? Before I am going to discuss the activities of CPD.
Personality development of teacher.
Personality
Development of a teacher.
development of the teacher. Actually, ये जो confidence building है ना, this help also in the personality development of the teachers. Number 8, behavior, behavior of students. Rude behavior of students. Behavior of students is common problem for all the teachers. When you go to the class, when you visit your class, some people, some students are quarreling with each other. Some students have different types of problems with each other. And if you do not have CPD, you cannot solve those problems. You cannot better behavior, bring the better behavior, bring the better atmosphere in your class. So students are not equal. Some students are variable. Some students are quarrelsome. Some students are very naughty. So you have to face all type of students in your class. And if you have got CPD, you can tackle those problems in the very well way. I mention you, I stresses on you that CPD is necessary for both of us, for me and for you. Although it is a golden opportunity for all the teachers that government have given us a chance to manage such kind of activities, to manage such type of CPD. Although CPD is the Pardi principal given me a topic, a CPD. I think it is a board topic, but I am going to try it to make it interesting a little bit.
It is excellent.
It is CPD activities. The visionary principal, Mr. Safdar Ali Saab, gave me all those headings which I have to discuss. And the last one is CPD, activities for teachers. He has written all those headings without my consultation. I have seen a day before that I have to meet all those headings. I have to discuss all those headings. So I planned in my mind that I will discuss all those headings which the respected principal has given me. So first of all, CPD activities, especially for teachers. Number one is
reading journals.
reading journal is which kind of CPD?
Informal.
Informal. Why?
Self-study. Organized, not study.
Because it is not organized, not structured. And one thing more, I have told you earlier. Organized, not structured, and one thing more. There is no interaction from both sides, only one side interaction. So reading journal, you can get a lot of knowledge by reading a journal, which is of your interest. But being educated, your interest will be surely about your knowledge, about your subject, about your field. So when you read a journal, you can get a latest knowledge from the journals. Number two, attending seminar, conferences. We have often listened that Dr. Sakab, Dr. Akmal Bhatti is going to Europe. For what purpose? To attend the seminar, to attend the conference. Why? So that he can cure or treat the diseases in a very best way. He can be updated about the latest information about particular diseases. He can manage the operational activities of the hospital. Similarly, in the field of education, there are certain doctors who continuously visiting the other countries, foreign countries. Why? Because of they have not enough knowledge, not because of to improvement, further improvement in that knowledge. So by attending different seminars or conferences, this is one of the CPD activities. Teachers can enhance your pedagogical ways, pedagogical tools, pedagogical techniques, and other tools which he has to face during his class management or during to improve his result. The third one is attending workshops. You can also say refresher courses. Workshop and refresher courses. Government is trying to improve the quality of education by different smart refresher courses. Kayad in our city is doing a much better work for such type of refresher courses. There are different refresher courses to be held every year, and although we are in the government of Punjab, we say that we are in the government of Punjab, but the actual education schools, their teacher got a proper training in the Qaeda every year. A lot of teachers and a lot of resource persons give them education. So attending refresher courses or attending workshop, you will be able. These are the activities which are specially for the teachers for a short period. So if you have no long time, no short period, if you have not so much time with yourself, then you can attend the workshop, which are refresher courses for a few days, 4 days, week, or 1 month actually. So this can improve your a lot of knowledge. This will help you to receive a better welcome of your student. If you are a good teacher, then all the teachers, all the students, all your pupils will respect you. They will ultimately, you will become the need of all those pupils. But if you have not such kind of ability, then your class will be disturbing day by day, and ultimately no student will obey your order. And this is a worst situation for any teacher and worst situation in any institution. So this type of activities, this type of refresher courses will help you a lot to understand where I am standing, whether I am a good teacher or not a good teacher, whether I have all the abilities to challenge my class, whether I have all the ability to manage my class. So such type of activities, those activities which are very helpful for the teacher in the refresher courses in the very short period. Number 4, peer consultation. What is meant by peer? Peer-to-peer consultation.
Discussion with your colleagues.
Discussion you with your colleagues, whom you find a very tough, very bad situation, when you feel that I am in a problem, then you can discuss with your peers. Peers mean any person whom with you have most understanding. With those persons which you have most understanding, which you can say that if I have asked my problem, then he will not tell any other person that he does not know nothing. So peer means your facilitator, your mind match person which can help you. If you discuss your peer consultation, you can give a lot of problems. In such type of consultation, you can consult an experienced person. This is a better way. This is a good way. You can consult the head of institution. But this type of consultation is safe and you feel better. Now the 5th type of activities is which is very important and you do not feel any kind of hesitation. You can have a cup of tea also with such kind of activities. Visiting other schools. If you feel that Zamindar High School is better than our school, its ground, its building, its teachers are better than our school, then you feel free to visit the Zamindar High School. And when you visit Zamindar High School, if you have a mind that it is better than our school, then you should feel free to go to the Zamindar High School. And this will help you a lot of, with the knowledge also and with a cup of tea also, with the biscuits, some biscuits also. So, don't hesitate to visit. Perhaps they are feeling hesitation. You can improve a lot better and silently. You are not telling your friend that the purpose of my visiting is to check, is to improve my school. But you will say that I am minding to visit you. I am very interesting to visit you. I am feeling pleasure to visit you. I have only come for my pleasurement to meet with you. I am feel very happy to visit you. But you have not told him that the purpose of my visiting your school is that one. And the other one is listening podcast. Webinar. This era is of a podcast. Every person is trying to make some podcast, some type of podcast on every fields of life. So when you listen podcast, you can also get a lot of knowledge from this. And this will help you to listen silently. You can listen it in any time, and you can get. But the things which is important, you should know what is the problem with me. For what problem I am wanting to get the solution. This is important. That first feel what is the problem with me. Why I am going to get CPD? Why I am going to listen that podcast? When you suggest, when you think about it, then any podcast will help you a lot. Any person can tell any other activities of CPD learning.
Use of internet.
Use of internet. Okay, very well. Internet. Use of internet. By using internet, you can search every knowledge.
Every knowledge is actually at a click away from us.
Well, okay. And you can get ultimately the whole knowledge of the world about that particular subject, about that particular knowledge, about that particular field. So any person from male side tell another activity of CPD.
Watching documentaries about teaching.
Watching documentary, very good, well done, sir. Watching documentary. Documentary is also full of knowledge. And when you see a documentary of your interest, this will a lot of helpful for you. Another
Cultural exchange program.
culture exchange program. Okay, well done, Mother Ashmita. Culture exchange program. By managing cultural exchange programs, you can get a lot of benefits from it, because you will be able to know different points of knowledge about heritage or culture. So this is, all these activities are the CPD activities which I have mentioned you. First of all, I tell you about the briefing all those points. Then your activity session will start. I have to do activity, but the space is very insufficient, and the activity which I have in my mind cannot be performed in such kind of situation, in such a kind of atmosphere. So another activity I will be able to help you to find the problems. First of all, we have learned about CPD. So CPD actually is a series of seminar, series of workshop, series of activities which help the teacher to improve individually or as a whole. To improve your knowledge, improve your techniques, improve your methodology, improve your personality, and improve your class management, the most important factor in the school education. Other than the purpose of CPD, I have told you a quotation of Neil Mayfield that CPD, the purpose of CPD is, I have told you twice, so I am not going to revise it. This help you to find the purpose of the CPD. Every student, every teacher, educator have to be improved. Why? Not because he is not good enough at that particular subject, but because he can do a better. He can become a better. This is the this quotation gives the purpose of a CPD. Now, types of CPD, I have told you two types of CPD, a formal CPD and informal CPD. And I feel that you have learned at least the two types of CPD very well. Now, the benefit of advantages of CPD. So we have discussed about the benefits, at least 6 or 7 benefits of the CPD: improvement of the knowledge, better outcomes of the student, better result or satisfaction, introduction with new advancement in the subject, introduction with the new tools,
Tools and skills.
and introduction with new skill, pedagogical methods, techniques, technology, a new technology. Now
Classroom
the
management.
classroom management. Now the CPD activities we have mentioned. CPD activities,
Reading journals.
6 or 7 CPD activities, इसमें reading journals, attending seminar, conferences, attending workshop, refresher courses, peer consultation, visiting the schools, listening podcast or webinars, etc. And the 2 CPD activities have told me by the Mazhar Hafizab and Chansab. There may be other CPD activities, but it depends what is the problem with you. What type of problem you have to solve, then you can adopt the CPD which will finish your problem. The most important thing in the CPD is that what is the problem with us as educators? In which field we feel hesitation? In which field we do not have a sufficient knowledge? Then such type of CPD we have to adopt. And the best CPD, I think, and you think, for the teacher is a formal CPD. That means a training session for the teacher, a refresher courses for the teacher. And ultimately will give you a better enhancement in your studies, in your subject, and in every field of life. This will give you a morale, this will better your morale, and this will help you a lot. You feel very better and satisfaction after getting the CPD. You will consider yourself better than all those teachers who have not done a CPD. Now there is a time for activity, a little bit activity. As I have told you earlier that activity I have managed cannot be done in a very short space. So all you have to done is that I have told you yesterday that you have to with notebook, pencil or pen. So now your activity start, and you have to write activities and benefits other than those which we have discussed. And then this line will rewrite all those benefits, and then they will consult with each other. So one from each row will be in the front of the desk and will tell that my class fellows, my educator fellows have written those advantages or CPD activities. So this row will give the CPD advantages, and all this row persons will give the CPD activity. A new CPD activity which I will not mention in the blackboard, whiteboard. So I will give you 10 minutes. You can discuss with each other, but not loudly. Listen my words. You can discuss with each other, but not loudly. 5 minutes. In 5 minutes.
सबसे पहले तो बड़ा ज़बरदस्त लेक्चर हुआ है और शाह साहब ने बड़ी डिटेल में, और यकीन करें इससे पहले सीपीडी के सेशन स्टार्ट होने से पहले ज़हन में ये था कि शायद ये यहाँ पे बैठेंगे बस गपशप होगी और ऐसे ही थोड़ी देर के लिए, लेकिन यहाँ पे आने के बाद पता चला है कि ये बड़ा मुफीद है और बड़ा बेनिफिशियल है, और इससे बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो हमारे नॉलेज में जिससे इजाफा होता है। तो एक्टिविटीज़ की बात हो रही थी, बहुत सारी एक्टिविटीज़ बताई गई हैं। میرے خیال میں جس طرح پہلے بات ہوئی تھی انٹرنیٹ کا یوز کیا جا سکتا ہے، تو بالکل اس طرح آپ کسی ایک اسپیسیفک ٹاپک پہ جو آپ نے ڈیلیور کرنا ہے لیکچر، اس پہ بہت سے ایکسپیرینس ٹیچرز کے لیکچرز انٹرنیٹ پہ پڑے ہوئے ہیں، وہ آپ لیکچرز واچ کر سکتے ہیں وہاں سے، اور وہ اس اسپیسیفک ٹاپک پہ وہ والا لیکچر جو ہے وہ ڈیلیور کیا جا سکتا ہے۔ اس کے علاوہ اینیمیٹڈ موویز ہیں جو مختلف ٹاپکس پہ دکھائی جاتی ہیں، وہ موویز اگر آپ دیکھ لیں اور اس کو اپنے لیکچرز کا حصہ بنائیں اور وہاں سے جو چیزیں آپ لرن کرتے ہیں وہ اپنے اسٹوڈنٹس تک پہنچائیں، تو وہ بھی ایک بڑی زبردست ایکٹیویٹی ہو سکتی ہے۔ پھر اپنے اسٹوڈنٹس میں جب ہم کلاس میں جاتے ہیں، جس طرح کلاس مینجمنٹ کی بات ہو رہی تھی، تو کلاس میں جا کے بچوں کے ساتھ ڈیلی لائف سے ایگزامپلز اگر شیئر کی جائیں تو وہ بھی ان کے نالج کو انہانس کرنے کا ایک بہت اچھا ذریعہ ہو سکتا ہے ڈیلی لائف سے۔ لیکن اس کے لیے ضروری ہے آپ آبزرو کریں، اپنی آبزرویشن کو بہتر بنائیں۔ جب آبزرویشن بہتر ہوگی ڈیلی لائف سے، جو وہ چیزیں جو بچوں کے بہت قریب ہیں، وہ چیزیں جو بچے ڈیلی دیکھتے ہیں، اس سے ان کی لرننگ میں بہتری آ سکتی ہے۔ پھر اس کے علاوہ ایک اور چیز ہے، اگر ہم آرٹیکلز لکھنا شروع کر دیتے ہیں، رائٹنگ آرٹیکلز، یہ بہت زبردست چیز ہو سکتی ہے، کیونکہ کوئی بھی آرٹیکل لکھنے کے لیے آپ کو پہلے ریسرچ کرنی پڑتی ہے، آپ کو بکس پڑھنی پڑیں گی، آپ کو لوگوں سے کنسلٹ کرنا پڑے گا۔ تو آرٹیکل لکھنے کی اگر ہیبٹ اپنی ڈیولپ کر لی جائے تو اس سے بھی بہت سا نالج آپ سیکھ سکتے ہیں، بہتر ہو سکتا ہے۔ اس کے علاوہ آن لائن کورسز ہو سکتے ہیں بہت سے، آج کل آپ کو ہر ٹاپک پہ کورسز اویلیبل ہیں، ہر فیلڈ کے کورسز اویلیبل ہیں، اگر وہ والے کیے جائیں تو اس سے بھی بہت بہتر ہو سکتا ہے۔ میرے خیال میں یہ جو سی پی ڈی ایکٹیویٹیز ہیں ان میں ان چیزوں کو اگر ایڈ کر لیا جائے اور انفارمل ایکٹیویٹیز میں یہ آ جائیں تو بہت کچھ اس سے بہتری بھی آ سکتی ہے، پرسنالٹی ڈیولپمنٹ بھی ہو سکتی ہے، اور کلاس روم میں بھی آپ بچوں کے سامنے بھی بہت اچھا ایک لیکچر ڈیلیور کر سکتے ہیں، ان کے نالج کو امپروو کر سکتے ہیں۔
As Syed Ibrar has told us so many advantages regarding CPD, there are some other advantages. Number one is our professional improvement. The simplest benefit of CPD is that we get improved profession. And number two is better career orientation. We can provide students more opportunities to pick up suitable professions according to their aptitude, making students more interactive and successful. Classroom management can be better by making students more interactive with the teacher. Increased efficiency on the part of teacher and on the part of students also. Through CPD we can increase our efficiency, and as the result the students can be improved. Greater satisfaction. The teacher gets a greater satisfaction by telling the students more things, more skills. Time management is another advantage of CPD. Then at number 7 is development of positive competition. The peer discussion is also a part of it. Then reduction of errors. We can reduce our errors being a teacher by following CPD skills. And the last one is motivation. Through CPD we can be motivated for a more helpful teaching learning process.